A central spreadsheet is held to keep a record of availability in the most popular hotels in Elmo. This data is sent from the hotels to the local tourist board in a transfer file after each booking is made. Each file contains the code for the hotel, a list of all the room types, and the number of rooms that are available within each type. Data held in each transfer file stored with the first two characters representing the hotel. So now let's focus on this one. The first two characters representing the hotel code. This is followed by a block of three characters. So this in this KB would be the hotel code. Then three characters would be the representing the room type, like SO6. And the three characters where the letter represents the room type and the two digits represents the number of rooms still available for this type. For example, KB would represent the Casablanca hotel with 6 single rooms, like S06, so that is 6 single. T02 would be 2 twin rooms. D12 would be 12 double. F04 would be 4 family rooms. No hotel in Elmo has more than 4 different types of rooms, so all the hotels will have these different types, or like it would be like 0, but not more than these 4. So I have already opened all the files that we require. Room availability, as you can see, these are the hotel types. This is single, twin, uh, P would be, let's see what we would be, that is a double, and this is the family. Then we have the room costs. For each hotel code we have the different room costs available. And then, for example, this is the room code, room type, a penthouse, yes, a penthouse. File transfer, file data transfer from hotel name. So let's start with our paper, with our task. Open the file room availability and save this as a spreadsheet. Save as. I'm again going to use the work folder. The Excel workbook, and now row 1 contains the room type code. Yeah, use this. Insert a new column between columns A and B and a new row between columns row 1 and 2. Right click insert, select the second row, right click insert. Now enter the formula in the appropriate cells. Now in column B, to display the name of each hotel, in row 2 to display the room types. Let's first do this. I'm going to just start highlighting the parts that we cover. So here we need the hotel name, and I think the hotel name, the name of each hotel, let's find where our the names of each hotel are. Here is another file, the hotel. When you name address, one address, you just need the name. So as we need to look up and we need to find using the code, so we'll probably need the VLOOKUP formula. The VLOOKUP because we have it in the columns. Then in row 2 to display the room types, and in the room type, as we can see, so now this is in the, like, the data is along in one row, not in a single column, so we will need the HLOOKUP formula. Let's come back here. So in the lookup formula, I'm going to use the lookup and reference. What do we need to look up? We need to look up the AH. Where is the table array? The table array is the hotel. You can start from A2 to B15. column index number, that is the return column that we need the value from, that is number 2 from our table array. And you can see we got this little weird name. And the range lookup is false for exact match, or true from approximate match. Result, formula result is mentioned here. You can check the formula result from the hotel. This one is okay, and bring it down. The room type we will need, I'm going to directly write the formula h lookup. The lookup value is s, comma, the table array is from the room types. I'm going to select from B1 to F2. As you can see, the columns are increasing, and our data is in rows, comma, and the row index number, the returning row is 2, and the range lookup is again false. Press enter, and you can click and drag the formula. Now to total the number of available rooms in each hotel. Now as you can see, they are not telling you that which cell you have to insert the formula in, so that is your job to see according to so total number of rooms in each hotel, to number of available rooms of each type, to calculate the total number of rooms available, that will be the overall, and the count of number of total with available rooms. Okay, it's getting confusing. Let's just go one by one. We need the add the auto sum, just add the, but don't use like this, you have to go from here. So in AH hotel we have 17 rooms, and you can bring this down. For each type of room, again you can do the auto sum from top to bottom, and 20 single rooms are available. 20 single rooms, 45 twin rooms, 3 penthouse, 74 double rooms, family room 59, and the total, I'm just going to highlight this, the total of all the rooms available is 201. So total, and each type, hotel type done, of each type done, total number of rooms done. To count the number of hotels with available rooms for each room type, the count of number of hotels with available, okay, for each room type, like our room types are single, twin, penthouse, double, and family room. So how many hotels do have single room available? So I'm just going to do the total, write the total over here, and number of hotels equal to, you can also use the sum over here, but instead of auto sum, but instead of using the sum, you can do the count numbers. Now one thing we need to do is, wherever, how to count, like which hotel has single rooms available, like even one room is available, we need to count it. So what we need to do is like any value that is not blank. So count, we have count the number of cells in the range that contains numbers. It's simply count. You can use count the number of cells that are not empty, you can use this one as well. Count blank, if you need to count the blank cells. Let's see, but be careful, no, not at the total value, total row. So 3. So 10 hotels have twin rooms, 2 hotels have penthouses available, and 13 have double, and 12 has family rooms. I'm just going to use the borders. You can use like this, something, just make it like easier to understand. Hide row A and hide row column A and row 1, add appropriate labels to your spreadsheet. So this we have already done. Labels, hotel code, you can add hotel name, you can write room type here. You can have it something like this. Save a spreadsheet as RA1 followed by your center number, candidate number, hide row column A, hide and oh, so save as in the work folder RA underscore pass the default name, open the file transfer.csv and save this as a spreadsheet. Save as we use the work folder, save it as a spreadsheet. Now edit the spreadsheet so that when the contents of a transfer file are placed into the cell A2, the spreadsheet will automatically compute cells A6 to F6. The resulting values from cells B6 to F6 can then be manually copied and pasted into the appropriate cells in the room availability. Now what is happening is, if you remember that they gave an example of the code that is to be used in the transfer file. An explanation of the code was also described and was given. Like the first two characters represent the hotel. Then there are three groups of three character groups, and each group represents a different room type and the number of rooms that are available in the specific room type. So what is the requirement? Like something like this would be copied here, and from here it should extract the hotel name, then single number of rooms, twin number of rooms, twin room numbers and penthouses, the number of double rooms and number of family rooms from the single code. So I'm just going to copy and paste it for reference. Copy, paste. Now here I'm going to write the position of the characters. First of all, let me explain about the text. The data over here is in the text format. We have three formulas that you can use to extract a piece of text on the number of characters from a text string. It is the formula on the left, you can see over here we have text formulas. We have left, mid, then right. We have replace also, You have exact or you don't need the other ones over here. Now, as these formulas work using the position of the characters instead of like what value is there. So 1 2 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 and 14. Or let me open a notepad file, and it's always better to use a notepad file for your formula working, because then you can rearrange and you can move it accordingly. Now the first two characters are the hotel name, and the three groups of characters are each for the room types. 12, 13 and 14. Now in the hotel name, we will need to use the hotel file. Open. What you need, for example, you need the lookup formula, and you need the first two characters from A2 to get the value or the name of the hotel from the hotel file. The return column is 2, and it's always better to write the main formula first and then you can write the other ones. The nested formula, this is also example of a nested formula. Left of A2, the text is A2, comma, num chars means the number of characters that you need from left. We need 2 characters, then bracket close. So instead of A2 we are writing left of A2 and 2 characters. So this is our KB, stands for Casablanca Hotel. Now from the same text we need to extract a single number of rooms. One thing, in the paper they might ask, they have asked that you need to model your spreadsheet using the data from file transfer 46. Now in the transfer 46, if you see that we have, I'm going to again 80 hotel name, D11 means double rooms, 11 double rooms, and family 6 rooms. Now one thing, how you need to find, basically what do we need to do? We need to find S anywhere here, and then wherever we find the S, then we will extract the next 2 characters or the value or the numbers, whatever is written there, here. But this S can occur maybe here, or maybe here, or maybe here, or maybe here. So we need to find the S in every block of the 3 characters. Like this one, it has given us two options as there, so we need to find S, and if it's not found, then it will be blank, it should be blank. Here again twin is there, in this one nothing is here, P is nowhere, D is, now D is, for example, this is at position number 3 in this example, and at position number, I think this is 9 10 9 10 11, at position number 9. So the code of the room code can occur at any position, any in the starting of any group of 3. So what we need 4 different if formulas. If it is found, if, I'm going to remove this, we already done that. So what we need is if S is found, for example, at character number 3, then as you remember, we have three parts of the if formula. First is the criteria, and then value if true. If the criteria is true, then what should be done? And the last part is the value if false. What should be done if the value is false? So if S is found at character number 3, then I need character number 4 and 5. Now there is a formula mid of this A2. I'm going to use here A2. The second part of mid, from what character number do you want to extract? So I want number 4, and how many characters? I want 2 characters. And then if nothing is found, if we are only using one if, so let's start from the basic single if over here. If S, where is S? S is in B5. If B5 equal to character 3, where is character 3? Mid of A2, so A2, and then character number 3, this is the position, and then the number of characters. Now I'm going to write the same formula here, equal to if logical test means SB5 equal to mid of, now returns the characters from the middle of a text string given a starting position and length. So mid text is A2, start number, where do you have to start? We need to start from 3, and number of characters, how many characters do you want? I want only one character right now. Close the bracket, and it has come outside to the if formula, comma, value if true. What if I find S? Then I want mid of A2, comma, starting number I want 06, so that is at number 4 and 5, starting from 4 number, and I want 2 characters. And if nothing is found, then let's leave it blank, and this is what I need. But there is a problem here, because it is giving me of course 06, but when you are writing that number of rooms, you never write 06 or something like that. So what do we need to do? And one more thing, because this mid and formula, they return or they give you the result in text, or as you can see in general, I need to change it to number. Let's change it to number and see that does it change it to 6? No. So what we need to do is, we need to, for example, like we need to use some kind of mathematical rules over here. This is our return value in the value if true. So multiply this return by 1, then it should be like 0 will go away. And because I change it to number, you can change it to general back, and then this is now, how do you know that this is taken as a number? Because it is now right aligned, and before it was left aligned. The left aligned is indication that it is a text string. Right aligned meaning it is number. Now what if I find, I don't have the S here, I have P, and I have S here. Then I should also find S wherever it is. So that is why we need multiple if statements, we need multiple if formula, and we need nested if formula to check every portion or every group. Now the nested if formula works in a way that you write the next if in the false part of the previous if. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to delete it, and let's just take it down. This is why I use the if the notepad, because it gives you the level or the hierarchy, and it's easy to understand. If B5, the same thing, but now we are done with this part. Now I want to check the 6, 7, 8. Mid of A2 starting from 6, and I want one character. If I find S here, then I want A2 starting from 7, and I want 2 characters. And if there is no S here, let's check the next group. For this I'm just going to copy paste. That is 9, 10, 11. So 9 and then 10, and then still we have be very careful with the commas. A2, 12, and then 13. And how many brackets do we, closing brackets do we need? We need 4 closing brackets. Let's copy and paste the whole formula over here. Equal to, and you can see it has found S. You can check. Yeah. So one thing again, we need to multiply our return value for this. Now either you can multiply the whole formula by 1, but what if there is no S? We need to check that as well. For example, this is D, then it should gives you 0, so that is still fine. Okay, now I want to copy the same formula over here, but that will be a problem because you can see that it changed to and it changed to this one. So we want to have the absolute referencing for B5. Press F4 key everywhere. No, so not the B5, we need the A2 absolute reference with the absolute position. We want to A2 to change. So we don't have any S over here right now. Okay. And this is how the modeling is done. Now this might be correct as well, or you can this multiplication, because this is how we did it in the during the lesson, and it gives like multiply. If it is the value is 0, then when you multiply by 1, then of course it will turn to 1. So that is the reason it is you might want to multiply 1 wherever it is occurring. And I've missed something. Okay, multiply by 1 by each part and remove the last multiply, and it's still giving us false. And there is one thing that we left in our formula in the last part. What if we don't find the thing over here, like we don't find the S? Then at the last, if we need to use the empty thing. B5 is equal to mid. Yes, there is a mistake over here. Reason that is why it is not giving us the S. So this is your kind of a testing that check each and every answer every possibility of the formula using different answer. I can move the p over here. Then what happened? Oh, I didn't copy the formula. Now this is like this. S and then p. You can check different values. So this was the example from given in our paper. Save it as ft1 followed by your candidate number example, and then model your spreadsheet using the data from transfer 46. This was transfer 46. I'm going to cut and paste it here. Okay, what? Excel is very weird. And now we have the hotel name, double, and the family room. This one you have to save it. Save as the FT model 1, and then for the second model you need the transfer file 47. Copy, paste it, and this is the file that you need. Then copy paste the results. Yes, when you model these files, copy and paste the results into the appropriate cells into your room availability spreadsheet. Now let's see, in this room availability, let's open that. Yeah, RA. We need to find the hotel, and we need to change this. This is the land hotel something, this one. Now we have here right now 6 twin, 12 double, and 1 family. 6 twin, and we need to paste the values only. Then for our transfer 46, apart hotel, copy the values, this one, paste the values only, and as you can see it is changed from 12 to 11. So this is, and every time you need to save your file transfer spreadsheet as well. And then afterwards, at the end, you need to change your same room availability followed by your center number. So your final room availability should have the 2 changed hotel data. Twin, then penthouse, family rooms. Now hotel have vacancies, we need to count. For example, let's just look at this for once. Like this hotel does have vacancies. Now let's see if I change something just to check. I remove this and this, so this has 0, or this and this means this has 0 vacancies. So what I need to right now is count how many hotels have some vacant, like even if one room is there. So what I need is equal to, I will not, cannot write any an extra formula over here. So count if this range is greater than 0, no sorry, greater than 0. We need to put the quotes. So 12 rooms. Let's just copy this formula and paste it here somewhere, and we can change the values later. I want to undo this. Now in this equal to count if the range is here, comma, if it is greater than 0. So you can see the formula bar, it is being typed here. So 14 rooms have vacancies, this is what we need, and that is our template. So save your file as splash, save as. So you can delete the file later, or you can rename the file, whatever you like. So this is part of the databases, so we can cover in the next video. Now all of these are the evaluate the table structure. This is kind of a theory question which is according to the new format won't be coming in your practical exams, but you never know, they might give you a database question like you have to make the normalization or the data dictionary or something. So that was all for the Excel. Best of luck for your coming exams.